You showed me was the the Australians, are they in front of the temple looking like building?
Oh yes, that's down in Melbourne. That's at the war. So that's the biggest war memorial in Australia. It's called the Shrine of Remembrance.
Mm.
It was erected for the soldiers that fought in the Great War for the Empire. So that's our imperial monument for the entire country. It's interesting. The I've been inside. There's a replica of the Ark of the Covenant inside the shrine. For some reason, no idea why.
We're gonna have to talk about that some other time.
Someone to go and take a photo of it, but
Very interesting.
it is, it is. Uh, so so uh, that's how a nation views its national covenant. The binding narrative, the binding myth of Australia was that shrine. It was the
Mm.
sacrifice of the men for in. We have this military mythology that exists to keep us all cohesive. Otherwise, without that shrine, we have absolutely nothing keeping us as a country, nothing whatsoever. And so, when the protests were really bad on there, the people were getting shot at and sprayed, and then they said, right, we have to run somewhere that won't be desecrated. Uh, so we have to go somewhere we're not going to get shot
Mm.
or sprayed because the optics will be so bad that nobody will be a ceasefire and we can talk. So they all ran to the shrine. It didn't work. They ended up getting shot at the shrine, chased around. The following days, of course, it was very similar to the Q shaman situation.
Hmm.
The memorial, and there's no place for protests. How dare they disrespect the memory of all the soldiers that the memorial is there for, etc. But interestingly, the kind of exposing that that's Australia's holy place. That's Australia's temple. It's the memory of like militarism. So
And yet you're not allowed to fight.
you know,
Now, the shrine element was similar with the Q shaman. That that the sacredest place is the apparently
yes.
Congress, um, which whose major function is voting money for war. Um,
Mm.
this we're no closer to finding. I mean, it's like I'm sorry, guys. There's no white pill tonight because we can't figure it out.
No.
We're saying, and we had one last image of Tate contrasted with a man who has served. How does he lose his limbs?
Oh yeah. So the kilt guy.
Mm.
I forget his name, but someone posted that link in DCR last week. I kept it because I love the image. He was serving in Afghanistan. He had a wife and some kids with his first wife.
Mm.
He drove over UD, the explosive devices that are in the ground. His legs were blown off, and so he went through a very, very long recovery. The woman in that picture that is standing next to him was his nurse in hospital. She nursed him while he was recovering from the surgeries. And they didn't see each other for some time. His first marriage split up. His first wife left him because of the what was happening after the injuries. And then he reconnected with the nurse, and they got
Mm.
together, and they're getting married. So it's a very happy story. But I like the image because, I mean, he has no legs.
Mm.
He walks around. and he lost his legs fighting for his country. And just so much that image. But the woman standing next to him looks really happy. Like, yeah, she looks really happy. Then the other image that's next to it is Andrew Tate with his legs that made him money. Like, this was kind of the contrast that I wanted to go in. But we're in a post-militarized culture that established itself through this mythology that we were virtuous because we were willing to sacrifice ourselves to empire.
Yep.
Not allowed. We're actively told not to engage in conflict, even in an interpersonal conflict or a social conflict when it comes to a social issue or our opinion of a tennis player who we previously supported.
Tate, yes, so Paper Eating Bear says Tate is standing next to a mirror like his image is his beloved. Exactly, right? That the juxtaposition of the man who lost his legs with his nurse as compared with Tate, who is basically himself reflected, in this reflection mirror problem. I believe that she was building this all up, right? We are in this culture that's supposed to be founded on fighting with this fake fight. What Tate was doing and what the veteran is doing.
Oh yeah, well we're living in anti-conflict culture that still expects us to celebrate that we're capable of conflict. And the Tate is pitching himself as this hyper confrontational alpha who doesn't care, and he's out that he's made a career access to his masculinities that he can kind of divide and give to everybody else, like some kind of weird anti-Eucharist. And then the Kilt guy with no legs, his legs, fighting for his country, lost his wife and because he lost his legs fighting for his country. So he's demonstrated complete sacrifice, even his body and like a willingness to put his life on the and it's just a contrast between those two images. Like, we've got the same, which is to fight. We've got the same expectation. In both cases, but no one knows what to fight for anymore. No one knows who they're fighting for. No one knows what to fight for. No one knows who they're fighting. It's like ambiguity of everything. And because of this, there's this strange inability to define what we want because it's like, okay, we know they're supposed to be in conflict, but conflict over what? Tate doesn't even have a woman in his photo with him. No one loves him in this picture. He's looking at himself in a mirror, and you can see behind there's another reflection of him because it's this infinite bounce where he's just staring at him. So he's his own admirer, whereas the Kilt guy, has a woman who nursed him to help him, and they're very happy. But we're in a position at the moment where all of these kinds of masculine presences have emerged. They're all fighting. We're not sure who or what or why. So yeah, I think probably that
where we are.
Yeah, and it got really bad when we were binging the Hays Code movies because we were like, okay, I mean, you said it, you were expecting the romance and everything, and you wanted the pretty dresses, but I was like, okay, let's like get some vintage mask and just like enjoy the memory of that for and then it wasn't even there. So we're thinking, oh my god, not even the films are going to give this to us. Where do we it? But what do we actually want? It's just very strange.
Indeed.
It's difficult.
So we're kind of stuck right now.
Yeah.
In the doom spiral.
I know conflict is the heart of this all. I know it's about courts. I know it's about contest and conflict. That's the only thing that I've settled on in this discussion and getting the images together and everything, and why people have been so emotionally reactive to the men like Tate or Novak or the Pope or Pope Benedict or Cardinal Pell. It's like all of these people are in scandalous public conflict, but we're not really sure exactly why. Everyone's got a different frame.
We know something powerful is happening, and Jordan Peterson is in retraining, and Andrew Tate's in jail, and our own local celebrities or influencers are, well, Milo will soon be celebrating hopefully his 2nd-year anniversary of one particular absence of practice, which he was trying to show in Diabolical was a problem. This is where at least I think we have a clear description of the moment. And
I was going to say one dragon slayer is having some success. Mel will understand why.
Where shall we find a savior? We are in this place where we can feel the fog, and that's about it. And I think the courts and the contest and the masculinity, we need to keep thinking about this. I mean, there are some fairly obvious solutions. Yes, it's Christ. However, I'm not sure we're going to get there by the route that the sort of catechetical, here's the answer, look at the Pope, is going to get us. That's not going to work. It's not the Pope.
No, it feels like we know the answer,
but not the path.
We know the destination. Yeah, exactly. We know the destination, but we're trudging to Mordor, and we have no idea how we're gonna get there.
Yep. I'd say that's the truth.
Yeah.